Alright, shh. Quiet, please.
Sheila and I went into the ambulance. Mum was in Pam's car waiting for news. If there's anything heartening about such a disaster, I think it's the wonderful way this great operation of mercy has been moved into action. And of course the uniquely British optimism that suddenly in times of crisis seems to suffice. This whole nauseating atmosphere. I remember when they first came in, the man was shaking and gibbering like some spineless dagger and they didn't quite know what to do. Then this impressive lesbian nurse points to the African orderlies and says quietly, "Pull yourself together, man. Set an example." Anyway, the Sorbonne's got to work with the oil can and I think there's a chance, nurse, that all our work may not be wasted. And the upshot was, finally, Mum's feather fluttered. Sheila could hardly stand with such anxiety and relief, so they offered her a bed for the night. Of course, Joe was staying in. They couldn't quite say how long, perhaps a week. Our marriage might have worked as well as most if Joe hadn't happened. I was too young for it. Of course, that's always going to be true. But Sheila might have just dragged me, screaming, into manhood. Instead of which, I was one of the menagerie. She loved me as much as any goldfish or Alejandra. So now, it was a question of how I was going to tell her I was leaving her. And when I went into it, I saw it wouldn't just be about Joe, but also my ambitions. And the first time I saw Father Christmas, and his backache's worse than yesterday, and the patterns on the ceiling, so instead, I might as well just creep away without a word. So I shaved, went back to case. Not sure where I'm going yet. Up in the smoke, I suppose. Get lost with the Australians. Ordinarily, I'd be going eyes front, hands on heads, but no more, I tell you. I'm gonna get myself a nice little job. Game warden, keeper at Regent's Park, or better still, Kew Gardens.